Students, now discuss about fertilization and goes to development. What about fertilization, student? After the fertilization, zygote goes to gradual development. Okay, what about the fertilization, student? Copulation. What is the meaning of the copulation? Sexual intercourse or the coitus between male and the females. That is copulation. Okay, coitus. It is also called coitus. Next, student, insemination. What about the insemination? Insemination, that means ejaculation of the sperms into the vagina of the females. That is called insemination. Entry of the sperms into the vagina of the female. That is insemination, student. Next, what is the meaning of capacitation? Student, capacitation, that means after the entry of the sperms into the ducts of the tracts of the female genital system. After the entry of the sperm into the female genital tract, it provides, these are the sperms provides some amount of the ability, some amount of the changes occurs within the sperms to fertilize the ovum. That is called capacitation. Some amount of the changes occurs when these are the sperms or enters into the parts of the female reproductive system. These are the changes, some amount of the changes helps to provide the ability to fertilize the ovum. That is called capacitation, student. Student, in the fertilization, sperms swims. Okay, sperms swims and enter the uterus through the cervix part of the uterus. Vagina open into the cervix. Through the cervical canal, sperms are reaches into the uterus. Okay, and finally reaches into ampulla isthmic junction of the fallopian tube. That is the region which connects the ampulla part, isthmus part of the fallopian tube. That is the fertilization site, student. This is the part of the fallopian tube act as a fertilization site. Fertilization takes place in fallopian tube or ampulla isthmic junction. Fertilization between the ovum and the sperm, that is also called conception. Conception takes place in fallopian tube. Okay. Next, oocyte, that is oocyte cumulus, it is also called oocyte, secondary oocyte. Okay, that reaches to the fallopian tube or ampulla isthmic junction, that is surrounds by zona pellucida, corona radiata, and also surrounds with the cumulus layer. Okay, student, this is the diagrammatic part that shows the released ovum, student, released ovum. Okay, ovum is singular, ova is the plural, student. If you observe, this is the ovum, released ovum from the matured follicle, Graafian follicle. Okay, and this is the ovum entered into the ampulla isthmic junction of the fallopian tube. This is the ovum, student, is surrounds with the zona pellucida, student. It is the zona pellucida. This is the region is called perivitelline space, student. It is the perivitelline space. Totally the ovum is surrounds with the surrounds with zona pellucida. This is the zona pellucida. Okay, Mr. Student, another some amount of these cells, these are some amount of these cells which forms the corona radiata, cells of the corona radiata, student. Okay, these are the sperms, these are the sperms, number of the sperms try to enter into the inner part of the ovum. Okay, oocyte surrounded by zona pellucida, corona radiata, cumulus layer. Okay, sperm reaches ovum, sperm, single sperm reaches ovum through the corona radiata, zona pellucida. Okay, student, and by the help of the process of hyaluronidase enzyme releases from the acrosome part of the sperm. Student, hence it is the hyaluronidase enzyme is also called corona penetrating enzyme. Okay, student, this is the hyaluronidase enzyme releases from the acrosome part of the sperm. This dissolved hyaluronic acid which is present in ground substance of the follicle cells. Okay, student, and hyaluronidase, this is the enzyme, makes a way to enter towards the inner part of the ovum. Okay, student, this is the hyaluronidase is the enzyme also called corona penetrating enzyme. It dissolves the hyaluronic acid present at the ground substance of the follicle cells. Next, student, what about acrosin? Acrosin, student, it shows the acrosome reaction. What is the acrosome reaction? That provides by acrosin lysis of zona pellucida to facilitate penetration of the sperms into the ovum. Student, this is the acrosin shows the acrosome reaction. That means this lysis zona pellucida which surrounds the ovum, okay, and facilitate penetration of this sperm towards the ovum. Next, what about the monospermy, student? Monospermy, that means only one of the sperm enters ovum. Okay, number of the sperms try to enter into the inner part of the ovum to fertilize the ovum, but only one sperm enters into the ovum. That is called monospermy. Okay, next, this induces complete of meiosis II. Where monospermy is completed, this stimulates the complete of the meiosis II. Okay, student, and under meiosis II is the unequal, okay, and form second polar body and the ovum. When meiosis II is completed, two cells are formed. These are second polar body, one in this, and second one is the ovum. Okay, student. Next, what is the meaning of this syngamy? Syngamy, it is also called amphimixis. Syngamy also called amphimixis. Fusion of two gametes. Fusion of the two gametes. Fusion of male gamete and the female gamete, that is called syngamy or amphimixis. Amphi means both, mixis, fusion. Next, synchorion. What is the meaning of synchorion? Synchorion, it is also called zygotic nucleus. Nucleus present in the sperm, nucleus present in the ovum, both are combined, fused with each other and forms the only one of the nucleus, that is called synchorion. Synchorion, it is formed by nuclear union. Okay, both are the nucleus are combined or united and forms the synchorion. Okay student, corona radiator disappears after the fertilization. And another student, entry of the sperm that causes the release of the calcium, it inhibits the entry of the other sperms. One of the sperm student, only one of the sperm penetrates the ovum and entered into the ovum. Okay, after fertilization, student, calcium releases, that is the part of the calcium, amount of the calcium, that substance inhibits the entry of the other sperms. Okay student, this is also called zonal reaction. Okay student, this is about the fertilization between sperm and ovum.